Hello, everybody. This is Carrie. This is Unicorn Company, and today we are talking about the Ryokan 3 Skinwalker. So, we're going to wrap up Cattober with something that has a spooky name and some scary implications for the future. It's not a cat mech, but I promised it to you. It's the Ryokan 3 Skinwalker. The Skinwalker is scary because it gives us a glimpse of the possible future for Battletech. And the reason that the future SLDF seems to think that the current technology of the era is substandard. The technology that changes everything, that turns this machine from just another mech to a terror on two legs, is its interface cockpit and the interface armor that the pilot uses. This technology allows the mech warrior and mech to act as one. No longer are you fighting a man piloting a machine. Instead, you are fighting a machine with the mind of a man. We'll circle back to the VDNI and the interface cockpit in a moment, but let's take a look at the rest of the mech. The Skinwalker is a 55-ton mech that is built on an endosteel chassis. It's powered by a 330 rated extra light engine that gives it speeds of up to 90 kilometers an hour and can receive a boost from its triple strength myomer up to 110. For protection, it has 11.5 tons of ferrolamellar armor, giving it incredible protection for its size, and it's cooled by 11 double heat sinks. As mentioned before, it uses an interface cockpit which allows the warrior to pilot the mech as though it were his own body, or her own body. The primary configuration is very straightforward, with an ER large laser and ER medium laser in each arm, and an SRM-6 in the left and right torsos, with a total of 2 tons of ammunition. 2 double heat sinks help keep the mech cool, and it has a BV of 3013. The Skinwalker Alpha is a pure energy boat with an ER large laser and 2 ER medium lasers in each arm, and the side torsos each housing 3 ER small lasers. These are all linked to an advanced targeting computer. To help handle this configuration's massive heat output as an additional heatsink and a radical heatsink system. The Alpha configuration reaches a staggering 3777 battle value. We're starting to get into the heavy and assault mech range here. In the Bravo configuration, the Skinwalker is a potent short-range brawler. Its left arm carries a massive ultra-auto cannon 20 with 3 tons of ammunition, which is protected by Case 2. It also carries 5 improved heavy-medium lasers and has enhanced speed via a supercharger. The Bravo also has an ECM suite to counter enemy electronics and C3 networks. This model of the Skinwalker has a BV of 3613. The Charlie variant of the Skinwalker is a mix of Intersphere and Clan technologies. It has a brace of 3 ER medium lasers in the left and right torsos, which are linked to a targeting computer. In its left arm, it carries an ATM-9 with 3 tons of ammunition. In its right arm, it carries an Intersphere T-SEMP cannon. This configuration has an astonishingly high BV of 4387, probably because there's the possibility of shutting down enemy mechs when you shoot them. Finally, there's the Delta. Once again, it's a mix of Intersphere and Clan technology. In its right arm, it has an ER medium laser and actually has a lance for physical combat. In the right torso is an Intersphere Bombast laser. The laser loadout is rounded out with 2 ER small lasers in the left torso and 2 ER micro lasers in the center torso. In its left arm, it has a rotary autocannon 2 with 2 tons of Case 2 protected ammunition. The BV of the Delta is 2843. So, as far as the interface cockpit, it was a technology that's been toyed with in the fiction off and on as far back as the Clan Invasion with the direct neural interface cockpit that was put out with the Prometheus, and we later saw with the Clans on their end of the invasion. The advantage of this, it gives a flat -1 modifier that applies to piloting and gunnery skill rolls. It requires 2 cockpit crits or a head hit with enough damage to destroy the head to even stop the mech. Additionally, the odds are that the pilot who is in armor will walk away, meaning that they gain the experience even if you kill them, because you don't kill them. This isn't like your normal zombie mech where once you hit the head, the pilot is made out of jelly now. No. This is something where the pilot learns and comes back after you again. This is a true zombie in every horrible fashion that you can think of. So, looking at this mech in Alpha Strike, the Ryokan 3 XP Skinwalker, its base stat line, which won't change, you have a type battle mech, size 2, target movement modifier of 2, movement of 12, roll doesn't matter for this, and armor of 5, structure of 3. If anything changes to any of these, I will let you know on that variant. Let's start off with the Prime. The Prime is a striker with a point value of 40 points. It has a short and a medium value of 4, a long of 3, with overheat of 2. Its specials are case, crit resistant, DN for direct neural, omni, overheat long, and triple strength Myanmar, which means that this mech can essentially hit you better and move faster than you might expect, because it can heat itself up to gain another 2 inches of movement. After that, we have the Skinwalker A. So the A configuration, everything on the baseline is the same. It's also a striker with a point value of 41. Its short and medium are both 4, its long is 3, and it has an overheat of 4. It has crit resistance, DN, ENE for energy, Omni, RHS for radical heat sinks, and TSM. Now the interesting part about this mech, given that it has TSM, and it also has DN and radical heat sinks. Radical heat sinks work in that you roll a die you can use them every turn when you overheat to drop a heat. So you can overheat 2 on the first turn that you shoot. And then after that, the direct neural interface takes care of you having to deal with the actual +1 from the heat. And the radical heat sink drops you back to 1 heat, thus making your movement go up by 2 inches. Oh yeah, this thing is actually, the concept of this, the way this thing works is pretty scary when you start to look at it and look at how the technologies overlap and everything else. Now the Ryokan, the Skinwalker B, the Ryokan 3 Skinwalker B, has a different movement profile of 16 inches and a target movement modifier of 3. It has a point value of 52 points. That's mainly because of the extra enhanced speed. You have a short and a medium of 4, a long of 0, and an overheat value of 4. In this case, you have case 2, crit resistant, DN, ECM, Omni, and TSM. This is the kind of thing that would give you fits when you have to deal with it. Oh, and it also has a movement speed of 16, target movement modifier of 3. Just remember that. This is not something you want to mess with. This is something that comes after you and does horrible things to you, because it just does. Then you have the C. The C has a point value of 44. It's a striker. Movement is 12 again. Has a short of 5, medium of 4, long of 1, with an overheat of 3. Once again, case, crit resistant, direct neural interface, Omni. Has TSEMP and TSM. So where the other ones you have to worry about raw damage output, this one sits there and shuts you down if it feels like it. Yeah, not fun. Because then every other mech on the field is going to run up to you and just shoot you to death as you aren't moving. You're an easy target now. And then we have the D. The D is a striker. Has a point value of 35. Short 4, medium 3, long of 1. Overheat of 1. Has specials Case 2, Crit Resistant, Direct Neural, Melee, Omni, and TSM. Of all of them in Alpha Strike, this one is the least threatening, to be honest. So that pretty much leaves us where we are. And quite frankly, the Ryokan 3 is a scary machine in Alpha Strike and in Battletech. Luckily, it's experimental, so you'll barely ever see it on the field. But just keep that in mind. It is out there on the field. Y'all have a great day, great evening, spooky night. This is Carrie, signing off.